woman all kinds of things to say to make herself embarrassed. Who would do such a thing? Oh wait, I just did that. Must be real easy.
Hey there.
Hey. Oh. Wait. Barely recognized you.
It's good, right?
Like the attire. Looking very, huntsman-esque.
Yeah, I thought I'd try something a bit different for once. A little bit less red and black.
You getting tired of the red and black?
I think it's too common these days.
Whatever do you mean, Angus?
But yeah, there's honestly a few things to talk about.
Alright. Business?
Potentially. I did bump into Wesley yesterday.
Oh, how's he doing?
I was kind of interested in his outfit. I actually thought it was a Tucker guy to start with.
Oh, the one we thought was his brother?
Yeah.
Interesting. We need to make that reunion happen. That's something that we need to keep on the list to the side of everything that's more important.
Yeah. So he said he was gathering things for the business. Bumped into him in Saint Denis. We went to the tavern to have a chat. Unfortunately, our eyes both went red. So that was the end of that chat.
Wow, must have been a heated conversation for both your eyes to get red.
Mm-hmm. Had the same thing happen with Trouble the day before as well.
Oh boy.
These chats are just, yeah,
That heated.
rile everyone up. But yeah, I'll start off with the. I know your reaction will probably be the same as mine, but I got more anonymous messages.
Oh boy. Just like... It's not MK again, is it?
I don't believe so. Whoever this is actually offering us things instead of giving us threats.
Oh. Well, that could be good. It could be a trap.
So what I will say is I had a job the other day that I completed it. Apparently, we got paid for it. There's one slight issue there though.
What's that?
The pay may have been directly transferred to Lorna's bank account.
What?
So, yeah, there's a whole big thing really. Apparently, whoever this is, they work with a lot of people. They get these people to do jobs for them that they don't want to get their hands dirty with. But it sounds like they might be fairly well connected, but they're that secretive so far that it's hard to say for sure.
Hold on. So, let me get this straight. We're gonna... They want us to do work for them, but they're just gonna give our mutual friend the money, and we may never just see her again.
We got more information about that.
Oh boy.
So yeah, apparently some of the people that they've given work to in the past, we've met them before. They suggested us as a potential source of work. So the job that we were given, I ended up doing myself because of issues. It was to steal 3 large covered wagons and deliver them to Fort Mercer.
Alright.
The pay was $300. Although that $300 is apparently in Lorna's bank account.
That's so much money.
Yeah.
It could be going to the business.
We did get another job today, though.
Oh, really?
This one looks a little bit more dangerous, I suppose.
How so?
So there's a couple different parts to this job, and we're specifically targeting Cornwall. Whoever this person is, they seem to have a bit of a grudge against Cornwall. So the drop-off spot that I've been getting messages is Caliga Hall. Although I asked the guy questions, he said I could ask questions, he would answer what he could. The answers to those questions were actually left in Saint Denis, a
Interesting.
couple houses down from the governor's mansion. But that spot and Caliga Hall are the only places that I've had notes left.
Huh.
So today I went to Caliga Hall just to see if there was anything there. And there was a note. Cornwall, a company that destroys the lives of the lower class. Poorly paid labour, destruction of land. They claim to be forging a bright future for the world, a world of advancement, and yet they involve themselves in all manner of illicit activities. I would like to hit them hard. It'll affect them little in the grand scheme of things, of course, but it may also bring some unwanted attention to the things that go on in the background. You can approach this job however you please. My suggestion would be to try and remain discreet, however. If you wish to be loud and deal with any problems that arise, feel free. Just know that you must be willing to face any consequences. And with that letter, there was a sealed envelope with the job details.
And, Cornwall, this is, that wealthy fella that runs some of the trains around here, right?
Yeah, the trains, a lot of the warehouses and things in Saint Denis, the oil fields. I think there's other things as well. I think most of the railroads are Cornwall. Give me a second to grab the job details.
Well, I would most certainly like to, put it to someone like Cornwall. So, nothing bothers me more than people like him.
Right, so here we go. The first place we're supposed to go is the freight haulage in Saint Denis, down at the docks. We have to get ourselves a supply wagon. We can either use one that we own if we've got one, or just steal one from somewhere.
I
We
see.
are to gain entrance to the freight area. The suggestion that's been given is that we dress as freight haulers to blend in. And once we gain access, we have to take 5 sacks of sugar and 3 barrels of rum. Got to load these into the wagon and make our way to the next location. It does also give us a warning though. It says Cornwall's personal guards and law enforcement are both aware of increased criminal activity in the dock area. Do what you can to remain discreet.
I see.
The second location is the oil fields, Cornwall Kerosene and Tar. This is the main target. It says here we'll find barrels of gunpowder being stored on the second floor of the main building. I want you to replace 3 of these barrels with the barrels of rum. Somewhere inside the main office you should find shipping documents. I'd like for you to steal them for me. I've included something for you to leave in their place.
Interesting. And,
So this was included in the envelope. This is what we've to leave there.
is this like their call sign?
I'm assuming so. From the answer to some of the questions he gave me, he claims to work for the lower class, the downtrodden. So I'm assuming the broken chain is some kind of symbol of his. Says the guards here do not take kindly to outside interference. Possible they could ID you and they will not hesitate to shoot. If it comes to gunfire, teach them a lesson. Once the gunpowder and the sugar are both secured, I'd like for the wagon to be delivered to Thieves' Landing along with the documents. Once that's completed, similar to the first job, the way that you notify whoever it is that the job's done is by sending an anonymous general telegram. And the phrase to use this time is "How much sugar in your tea, Mr. Turner?" Mr. Turner seems to be the name that's used. I don't think that's his real name. I think that's more just what he goes by and what he uses for the passcodes, I suppose. And we've got 5 days to complete the job.
All right. And
Pay
the money
$400.
going to our
My
mutual
bank account
friend.
this time. So you have 5 days. Pay will be $400 deposited within your bank account. I do apologize for the mix-up before. So it seems he wasn't fully aware of Lorna's situation.
Oh, I
I think
see.
he didn't look at the questions I'd given him until after he'd already made the deposit. So the next payment's apparently going to go directly to me. It's $400.
Well, that's good. That's as long as they're clear on that, you know, we're putting our necks out there, and then that money just doesn't get to us. That seems awfully backwards.
Yeah. So obviously, want to get everyone's opinion on this. Got 5 days to complete it if we do decide to do it. So it does give us plenty of time to plan things out. It does warn that the guards are wary. Law enforcement seem to be aware of people hanging around in that area. So we might end up running into some sort of resistance. I feel like when it comes to law enforcement, we can probably talk our way out of most things. When it comes to the actual guards, however, though, if they realize we're not workers and start shooting, then there's not really much we can do there.
Right. Right. I
I
wonder,
know these kind of jobs are a lot to take on with the other things we're working on just now.
yeah, but it would give us some extra money to have in the coffers for the business.
Yeah, that's my thought. Extra money. And assuming this guy is legitimate as he claims to be, we keep completing these jobs for it. Apparently, we'll gain access to a list of jobs that usually has at least something on it. So we could also make connections. Apparently, the more jobs we complete, the more trustworthy and reliable we show ourselves to be, the more likely we are to be introduced to other people who work for whoever this guy is.
Okay. Okay. So, I mean, as long as they're aware of our mutual friend that she's not really participating,
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
So the first job I completed, I sent out the phrase roughly 40 minutes before the storm rolled in. I received a telegram maybe about 20 minutes later, just to say the payment had been made, and to give him some time to reply to the questions that were left. It took maybe 3 or 4 hours to get the answers to the questions. Like I said, they were left in one of the mansions down in Saint Denis, same street as the governor's mansion. And yeah, he did answer every question I gave him. I feel like there's definitely information that he's left out. If he is as legitimate as he claims, then I can't say I really blame him for leaving information out. At least until he knows that we're willing to do the work.
Yeah, that makes sense. What do you say we head down to Saint Denis and just get a look at the dock area?
Yeah,
Just
sounds like a
maybe
plan.
a discreet little look and see what
So I'm
everybody's
pretty
wearing so that we know
sure.
how to dress.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the area that we're needing is where that tunnel is. The one that leads down to the water.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, we're looking for bags of sugar and barrels of rum.
Think we should try to do that today?
If we get people around, then yeah, I think we probably could do it today. But like I said, we've got 5 days, so we've got plenty of time to plan it out if we feel it's needed. My main stumbling block when it would come to doing it today is the involvement of the guards and the deputies.
Right.
We would need to have a good story in place. Obviously, disguises would be good. Reasons we're moving stuff from the docks to the oil fields, that kind of thing.
Yeah, so that's why I think maybe we head down there, get a feel for the area, what the people are wearing, and then while we're at it, we can think of a story to go
Yeah.
with it if we are caught.
So I'm still a little bit cautious about this whole thing. Like you said, it could be an elaborate trap.
Right.
But I think if we complete this job and we get paid for it, then it'll definitely put me at ease a little bit more. And I don't think someone's going to spend potentially $700 just to set up a trap for us. I feel like they could probably do a lot more for a lot less.
I'm gonna be honest with you. The curiosity alone is kind of making me interested. If it's a trap, it's a trap. But I
Yeah.
think we'll know it is before it's too late.
I mean, it would be nice if this is some sort of organization that's dealing with sort of high level heists, that kind of thing. So good connections to be made there. Can definitely benefit the business.
Right, and if they're putting the heat to someone like Cornwall, then I'm all in.
So I asked what kind of jobs how varied they are, and how often we're likely to hear from them. Since the jobs are only really limited by how dirty we're willing to get our hands.
Uh-oh.
Could be anything between stealing things, delivering things, or it could be kidnapping people, dealing with people.
I see.
Good evening.
Howdy.
Hey there. Is that you, Mr. Kinder?
Well, Mr. Quigley, yes,
Been a while.
it has. It says that the train changed. If we want to go to the Swearin, it's the fourth one.
You taking a train out of here?
Yeah, there is a Swearin event for the elect representatives and such. It should start in about 40 minutes or so.
Not here, right?
No, on the fourth train.
Oh, okay. Well, you have yourself a nice trip, Mr. Kinder. It's good seeing you again.
Of course, always a pleasure, Mr. Quigley. I'm sorry, sir, I don't recognize you.
Name's Basil.
Puzzle, yes.
It's nice to meet you.
Likewise, I am Dismas the Relover, Dan Runville Pickard, Armand Jolan Kinder the Second.
Pleasure.
I just call him Mr. Kinder.
I think I'll probably do the same. If that's okay with you.
It's an illustrious
course.
name, but it's a lot to remember.
Indeed, it is perfectly fine. It was a pleasure to meet you both. I shall take my leave to make the time.
All right. Hopefully, the train's not too crowded for you.
No, it shouldn't be just yet. And what about you, Miss Catherine?
I'll be going when I can finish talking with Tommy.
Ah, fair enough.
All right.
Good tidings.
Scrambleshanks is over in the stables in Emerald Ranch, so I gotta get him.
I'll give you a ride over.
Oh, thanks.
So I have met Mr. Kinder before.
He just doesn't remember.
He was one of my candidates for MK. Because he just happened to be in the same spot I tried to set up a meeting with MK multiple times. And when he introduced himself to me, he introduced himself as Mr. Kinder, which is MK.
Well, there it
It was
is.
just an interesting coincidence.
Could be. Could very well be him. He's a strange fella. I know that, from my time talking with him, he seems to be someone that is seeking out, very, particular artifacts. Like ancient ones. Ritualistic
So the,
artifacts.
The day I ran into him, I think he was on some kind of trip with a group of people. They were headed up towards the mountains past Wallace Station sort of area.
Oh. Really?
A lot of them seem to get lost that day.
Now, when you say get lost, are you meaning...
So the 2 or 3 times I bumped into him, he was looking for people. Or at least he claimed to be looking for people.
Hmm. That sounds very suspicious. Cal. Yeah, he's got quite the creepy voice. Uh-oh. They're gonna think we did this. What are you doing? Get back in your pen. Come on, get in there.
Oh, it worked.
Get in there.
Almost.
Come on. Come on, inside. Get inside. Oh boy.
I mean, as long as they don't go like this.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hopefully they don't follow us. Maybe the dog here will do the job.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, I think we might get started, or at least get the outfits together.
So I was thinking as well with the camp. It might be nice to designate an area as sort of a notice board.
Oh
So
yeah.
when wakes up in camp, they can just put something up saying they're around, maybe what they're doing. Get in touch with them if you need them, that kind of thing.
That's a good idea.
I also bought a carriage the other day.
Oh, what kind?
One of the coaches.
Very
I've
nice.
stored it in the camp.
Guess I should go ahead and store the carriage that I have there too.
Figured it would be handy having a carriage there. We can maybe have other things stored elsewhere, just in case we ever need them. I was thinking of buying one of the motorized boats as well.
Oh, like one of those steamboats?
Yeah. So I spent a little bit of time looking at other areas for camps and that kind of thing. More, not so much for places for us to stay, but if we happen to be in a specific region,
Who's
we
that?
needed a camp for the night, that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, where are these places?
So I was looking around the area surrounding Valentine, Flatneck, Norfolk Roads, those kind of spots. There's might be worth looking some areas maybe around the swamps around Saint Denis. If ever need anywhere near Saint Denis to sort of hide out.
Boy, he wasn't paying attention. Good thing I'm not hunting. I could have walked up and stabbed that one.
Yeah. Noticed a few bucks seem to be a little bit less wary than they would normally be. But I've also noticed my horse is a lot worse when it comes to black bears now.
Oh, really?
A black bear can be, say, over those trees to the left, and my horse will be trying to get away from them. Whereas before I could get that close without any problems.
Oh boy. Haven't really noticed that with
Actually,
Scramble Shanks.
the
Still
leg
acts
can be
like
falling off
a...
a cliff.
Oh boy. He still acts like a
was
baby
hunting.
around snakes. How is your horse handling snakes?
About the same as usual. Never liked them. But I was out hunting by Annisburg. Came across a black bear lining up a shot, and all of a sudden my horse started freaking out more and more and kept stepping away from the black bear and ended up throwing me right off a cliff.
Oh jeez.
I was getting paid more for cougar pelts the other day, or cougar corpses the other day.
Really? Like more than usual?
So I was getting $17 for a perfect condition cougar. If I
Interesting.
made a bit of a mess, it was $9. But then yesterday I was getting 15 for like a pristine one.
You know,
So,
I've gotten close to $30 in the past.
Yeah,
Must depend on the butcher.
yeah, it could be. I hunted a panther out by Tumbleweed a few days ago,
Oh,
and I got $14 for that.
that's the one that Wes and I were hunting when we ran into you guys.
Yeah, the hunter and strawberry wanted it.
There's a bunch of them that live down that way. And they will
Felt good. It
tear
felt
you
like I
to
was
shreds.
Yeah, felt like I got revenge for the that time in the swamps, even though it definitely wasn't the same panther.
Doesn't matter. They're all assholes. Yeah, good morning, sir. You know, I ran into that quacky tobacco lady, Susie.
Yeah, so did we. We bumped into her, me, Wesley, Tribble. Spike was already there with her. Bumped into her in Valentine.
She's real nice.
She's very, I see what I was told about her being very energetic.
Yeah. She loves her product. But
Yeah.
I actually got to learn a bit more about her. And when she actually isn't trying to push her product, she's a lot more subdued.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Apparently, some fellas in Saint Denis, Talbot and Rogers, have all but extorted her family. Took their farm away, put them in debt. So now she's running the family business for her parents. They've headed out to North Carolina. They're trying to do the same. Trying to make money to pay these gentlemen, Rogers and Talbot. And
Yeah, so that answers the question I had then of who it was that she owed money to. Because all I got told was she owed a lot of money to someone, but I
yeah,
never did get told who.
scumbags like Cornwall, people like that.
Yeah. So one interesting thing, whoever this guy is mentioned, he mentioned that if Lorna did come back around and she was interested in some of the stuff that he's offering, she's always welcome. And he had things that could probably interest her, not just like money wise,
Yeah. Oh, Scramble Shakes, what are you doing?
reparations towards those who have wronged us. So Vegasan, I get from this guy is going to be related to making money, like supplies, that kind of thing. Sounds like he might have some other things in mind.
Interesting.
He did say some of the jobs are only really limited by what we're willing to do. But he's very anti-government, which means if he is as well connected as he claims to be, then some of these jobs that he's offering in the future, they could be pretty treasonous, I guess.
Well, suppose that's a road I was gonna go down anyway. Especially if I started working with Mr. Colt.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of like-minded people in the state who would all be in the same boat when it comes to that.
Yep.
Whether it's possible though.
But yeah, I was helping her figure some things out. Gave her a bit of a food for thought, you might say. She showed me her old farm home that they took away from her, and I may have convinced her to let me break in so that she might look around and find things that they took from her. And well, she managed to get some things back that she cherished, a cross and some other stuff. And I think she realized that maybe paying them back isn't the right answer. But we'll see.
People like that usually give them money and they just come looking for more eventually.
Exactly. And I also have a bad feeling about her parents. Like, what happened to them. She said she hasn't heard from them in a long time, and they usually send her letters. I have a feeling that the Rogers and Talbot must have done something, like their goons must have found them. I didn't want to say that, but
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Men like them and Cornwall, there's no shortage of people lining up to work for them.
yep. Just people that just like to squeeze the life out of everybody so that they can sit on a mountain of wealth.
Yeah.
She also mentioned something interesting. When we were talking about Braithwaite, she was saying that she didn't realize that the Braithwaites were gone. And when you look at the map, Braithwaite is pretty much on the opposite side of the map as her farm. And we both got to thinking that possibly the Rogers and Talbot might be behind Braithwaite too. That they're just trying to buy up all the land around Rhodes and Saint Denis.
Yeah, it seems to be what Cornwall's doing with the railroads and oil and who knows what else.
Man, that sounds good, Ismet.
Just having a portion of it's not enough, you need to have all of it.
Exactly.
The oil well where me and Wesley dumped the guy that killed the horses.
Yeah.
I mean, looking at the state of that, I feel like only recently it was pretty regularly used, but now it's completely run down. And I wouldn't be surprised if that was Cornwall's doing, because it's very close to his oil fields.
I bet you're right. And that oil, what are they called? Derricks? I don't know what they're...
Yeah,
They looked
something
very
like that.
much, small time compared to what's going on at the, fields. It was probably just someone that owned the land there that realized that they had an opportunity.
Yeah.
Cornwall probably messed it up for him. But yeah, if I run into Miss Susie somewhere, I'll try to pry for more information. We could probably put Rogers and Talbot on the same list as Cornwall.
Yeah. So what I had heard of her originally was that she was working with Daffy, or Daffy was working with her. But that doesn't seem to be the case.
Yeah, I don't
They
think
just
so.
get on quite well.
Yeah, she's just a good person.
Mhm.
Real innocent. And it's not an act either. She just really doesn't get a lot of things. I feel like I
Yeah,
taught her
so-
a lot of things in that short amount of time.
I know Tribble and Wesley bought some product off her, and then she let them try. Honestly, I don't remember what she called it, but she was working on a cigar product as well.
Yeah, she's really, really trying her best. She said that's all she does is she works down at the farm, gets the product together, pushes the business. She's working herself to the bone to pay these men back.
Yeah. So what I got told as well was whenever she's out that way, growing for supply, she tends to have an escort. But
Really?
I've never seen her with anyone.
Yeah, she said that she doesn't. She goes down there by herself. When I told her that she needs to be careful because bandits often try to rob the farmers down there, she acted confused and said that she'll be more careful.
Yeah, so I was down there one day, and I couldn't get a good look at who it was, but there was definitely a woman there with a cart, and there was a guy with her. He was on his horse with a rifle out. So the woman was definitely growing crops. The man that was with her though, he just sort of watched over. But I couldn't say for sure who it was.
I think she said that occasionally someone will go down there with her. But she said most of the time she goes down there with her horse Mocha, and that's that. I told her she should at least hide her horse. She said she never really thought about that before.
Yeah, I usually hide my horse in the trees nearby.
Yep, that's what I suggested. She said that Mocha doesn't like to be that far away from her, and I said that I understand that Scramble Shanks is the same way, but when it comes to being safe, that's a sacrifice you have to make. And then
Yeah.
she understood after that.
So I don't know exactly what it was Wesley was doing yesterday, but all he told me was he was gathering things for the business.
Wonder what he was getting.
One thing we probably need to look into though is getting staff.
He does, kinda.
So I don't think we're always going to be around ourselves to run things.
Yeah, we do need more people. You know, I ran into a chef today,
Yeah.
but she seems to be working for Emerald Ranch, but I wonder if we could sweeten the deal and get her away from there.
So obviously we need to discuss all the staff and stuff with the group,
Yeah.
but I think it would be a good thing to have certain people who aren't privy to the other side of the business.
Absolutely. Absolutely, because that also makes it look real good when someone tries to talk to us. It might
it's a
be
much
of
better front.
the law variety.
So I want to have a look along the Hill Dogs because I think there's quite a lot here that's owned by Cornwall. I know the area down at the end, I think that's all his, but I'm sure there's other things as well.
Also, we're not gonna find too many carts that can be used for storage around here, so
No.
it's okay. We're just
There's a lot of
scoping things
supply
out.
wagons nearby though. They seem to travel sort of just on the outskirts of the swamps. Seem
Yeah.
to travel those roads quite often. Is that coach just to our left now? That's similar to the one that I've got.
Oh, very nice. And
So
Scramble
we've
Shanks
got
seems
the-
to like it. Relax. We're not going on the carriage. Scramble Shanks.
We've got the armored one for when we need to be a bit more discreet. And then we can have an open boat for just sort of maybe going on a trip or an adventure somewhere.
Or heck, you know, what if we hire someone that could ride people around
Yeah, that
to
could-
our
could work as
locations,
well.
have our own carriage driver.
I spent a bit of time in Guarma the other day. I actually found
Really?
a lot of interesting places out there.
Yeah, that place is something. That's for sure.
Did you know there's a cabin deep in the jungle that's full of dynamite?
What? No.
And when I say full of dynamite, I mean you can barely move around it for all the dynamite that's there. I also found a hidden passage that leads from the big villa out into there's like a small river.
Oh, yeah, I've been there. There's like a prison underneath there.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And then I got attacked by a snake.
Spooky coming in with that gifted sub to Darkness and Masks. Thank you so much, buddy. You're awesome.
Yeah, there was definitely some interesting spots.
Actually, 3. And giving one out to username. Holy crap. Thank you, Spooky. Everybody spam all the love you got in chat for Spooky. And welcome to everyone who just got those gifted subs. Looks like Demorga as well. Welcome in. Thank you so much, Spooky. You're awesome. Do you guys hear those alerts? By chance? Because I don't know if I don't think I can hear them. I feel like you guys can and I can't. You didn't hear them either? Okay. I'm not losing my mind. You heard them, but they're quiet? Okay. I might have to turn those up a little bit. I try not to have them too overwhelming, but you guys think they're too quiet.
That's the place. It takes up quite a large area.
Thank you, Spooky. You're awesome. You guys feel like the alerts are too quiet? I'm thinking that so here's a Cornwall place here. So he's probably thinking this place for sure. Welcome everybody with those new subs. Spooky, you're awesome. Thank you so much, buddy. Thanks again. And that will put us, I think we might be like 12 subs away from unlocking another emote slot. Pretty sure. We're getting pretty close. Getting pretty close. I don't know if I can use the I don't know if I can use this side of... Yeah, I can, I think. Yeah, there we go. Can use the other side of the tree.
So I think there's this area here, and then also right at the dock as well.
See. We should probably just, stay out of the restricted area. Just kind of glance in here.
So I'm not sure where the key.
It's very much like the Hotel California. Except everyone here is cute. And you don't want to leave because everyone's cute. That's why.
So the spot to our left, there's only really one way to get in there. The gate's always locked. But
Okay.
I'm wondering if we could maybe get to that bridge that connects between the warehouse on the dock and the main courtyard there.
The one that's going over the road here.
Yeah.
Anyhow,
Oh, don't mind him. He's just gonna inspect the fence. Yes.
ain't no way for a person to act, yeah?
What is wrong with you? Too many people around. Let's go down this way, away from that person. Trying to get up on these barrels. Okay, that was weird. That makes no sense. Gotta be a better way over there. I just don't want to go over the fence.
I think I found what we need.
Really?
The only problem is there doesn't seem to be enough bags of sugar there.
Uh-oh. Think there's more?
So, and they'll probably be in the freight yard.
Okay. Is that...
There's another problem here as well, though. There's definitely casks of rum there, and there's a couple bags of sugar. But
Right.
with the gate being locked, how do we transport it into the wagon?
Yeah, other than carrying everything across the bridge back over there, which is gonna
I
get us
couldn't
caught.
find a way out to the bridge either.
The possibility is that we could have it near the fence and have someone toss it over into the cart.
The
But the barrels are not gonna be something
the
we can do.
barrels. Well, I'm wondering, could we maybe roll them off the edge into the
What up,
water?
Anomaly? How's it
Take them
going,
to
man?
The tunnel.
Going well, man. Good to see you.
Just roll them through the tunnel to the wagon in the freight yard.
Yeah, I think that might be the...
Unless there's rum in the freight yard.
Could take a look. But we're gonna need those
the rum,
outfits
though.
before we go in there.
Yeah.
Is there another way to get in over here without those guys that hanging around the fence? I think they're...
Yeah, it's just, you can only really jump over the crates there.
What's this over here? Oh,
I hear Jimmy's wife is sleeping with the barkeep.
Or, there is the ladder, I guess.
yeah, I think maybe that would be better. What do you think?
Yeah. a little bit more discreet. Could maybe, I've still got the rowboat. Maybe have one or two of us on the rowboat, climb up the ladder there. Everyone else maybe in the main yard with the wagon.
Some rum right here.
Sugar.
And sugar. Cornwall sugar right here. Yep. How much sugar did we need?
5 sacks of sugar and 3 barrels of rum.
Okay. So, and there's 2 inside there, right?
Yeah, 2 that I saw. There might be more that I missed.
I think these are doable here. We can easily grab these and take them
Yeah.
up the stairs. And then, grab the 2 over there and toss them over. As for the
So
rum,
this,
that's gonna be
barrel
difficult.
here, we could potentially roll it over here down the steps on the right, and the tunnel's just there.
Yeah. Let's see if there are any other barrels around here.
How you doing, friend?
Doing alright, sir.
There don't seem to be marked.
Hello. Out of my way.
Oh,
Might be one down
relax. There's some more sugar there. That sugar should do it for us.
I mean, there's a similar barrel, but it doesn't have the mark
Yeah, I wouldn't want to risk it. So far we got that 1 barrel that we could easily grab. And we could do like you suggested and perhaps throw it over in a boat and then come up through the tunnel, but there's gotta be some more around here.
Seeing if there's any entrances around here.
They are huge dicks. Oh, anomaly, I was the same way this morning. I didn't want to work out, and I was like, just dragged myself by my back of my shirt.
That can maybe be another way we work at. We maybe have the wagon station just outside of Saint Denis.
Oh, that
We'll
could
step
work.
onto the boat through the tunnel. Might take a few trips, but probably a little bit more discreet than having a wagon in the middle of the city.
Oh, right. And that wagon, the big wagons are real noticeable. No one really brings them here because they kind of take up so much room.
Yeah.
If we get one of those, if we grab one of those larger boats, perhaps
Yeah.
that would make it easier for us.
Wesley's pretty good at finding them.
What do we got over here? It's crates or something.
No markings on them that I can see.
This would have been a good door right here. Looks like a bunch of sugar right there, possibly. You seeing that?
Yeah, it could be. So this is where me and Lorna had our horses last time, or first time we came here. Hid them in the bushes.
Oh, really?
I think that might have been the day we held up Diaz.
Yep. This is, I think this is where we need to get all the sugar right here.
Yeah.
This is the easiest
So
spot.
the most difficult part's the rum then.
It might be that we just haven't found the right spot.
Yeah.
What are these barrels over here?
I feel like we could probably bring the wagon to here, load up the sugar,
Yeah.
maybe take the wagon out of the city, and load the rum into boat.
Yeah, that might be the way to do it. Really, Cal? Oh no. Now you know why I don't sing.
I feel like we probably need to get into the actual yard for rum.
Yeah. We need to, we could probably get into the outfits and, hop in there. Didn't really see how any of them dress, though. We need to get an idea.
So I think some of the people that were hanging around were maybe workers on a smoke break.
Oh, like the fellas that were by the fence when you jumped over?
Yeah. Apart from the guards, I don't think any of the workers have specific uniforms they wear.
Wait, hold on. It's just water. That's not sugar. Where'd he go? Did he go upstairs? There's the guards. Grits. They didn't ask for grits.
Saw a couple guards on the walkway.
Yeah, I saw them too.
So I'm not seeing any rum in here.
That
so
looks like
it must be in
grits.
the actual yard. Yeah.
Alright. Well, they didn't ask for grits, right?
No, just rum and sugar.
What if we climb out on this roof and try to use our binoculars to see?
Yeah, just watch for the guards on the walkway. Will be directly in front of us and to the right.
Oh, yeah, let's, can we... There's not a way around that. Damn. I don't see any barrels down there. Looks like more grits. Better hug this wall here, make sure that the guards don't see me. Trying to get in there? I don't know. I think the only way in is that big... Oh no! That's too noticeable, Angus. Don't do it. Oh boy. We gonna do this now? Alright. Suppose they're not paying attention. Uh-oh. Really wish Jacob were here to help me. Alright, Barry, just ease that door open. Boy, they're really not paying attention to anything. That looks like a lot of rum right there. What do we got over here? It doesn't look like rum, it's unlabeled. I don't know what that is. This too, unlabeled. I don't know what this stuff is. Could be anything in there. What's this? Also unlabeled. Damn it. Okay, he's not paying attention. Maybe there's rum back this way? Don't see anything. There's that back gate. I really wish we could get that open. I'm gonna try to head back. Hopefully Angus went there too. Dang it, really wanted to get through there. This is a door. Is this open? I wonder if it's locked. Let's see. Yep. Won't budge. They're still just looking in that one direction. You think with two of them, one would look on each side. Ooh. Angus is... Uh-oh. I don't think they saw me. I think I'm okay. Right. Need to get back to that gate. Almost there, Barry. Almost there. Gonna bump that open. Ooh. Wonder where Angus went. Angus. Uh-oh. Where is he? Don't see him crawling around anywhere. Hope he's okay. crawl along this edge here. See if we can see him down in the courtyard. Feel like I'm doing a better job than these guards. I bet he's trying to get across that bridge. Bet that's where he went.
I've checked the whole courtyard. No barrels are marked drum.
Yeah, I saw that too. It's ridiculous. It seems like this whole area is just grits anyway. Grits and unlabeled crates and barrels.
So there's either going to be more by the docks, or maybe they tend to transport the rum by boat, or maybe they're not marked because they're not ready to be shipped yet.
Maybe. How are we gonna know for sure if it's in there without opening it?
Yeah.
That would, be a real mess if we ended up getting a barrel full of grits or something.
So I mean, the other thing though is the rum's just there to replace the barrels of gunpowder.
That is true. But I think, my guess is they want it to be labeled Guarma rum so that they can easily move it.
Possibly. We need to check around the docks again then.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna need to come in here at all. There's no sugar. They didn't ask for grits. I don't think there's anything in this area that they'd want.
There is quite a lot of sugar, but we found the perfect spot for sugar already.
Yeah. By the way, I was just thinking, those two guards could, work together by looking in the opposite directions, but they sure seem interested in just looking in one.
Yeah.
Seem pretty dumb.
If that's the kind of staff we're dealing with, I think we're probably fine.
So this is all grits, huh? Grits. It is a lot of grits. Like big, massive bags of them, too. A lot of grits. Where did he go? I'm gonna go look at this dock here. I feel like these barrels right here might be Guarma rum right there. Like straight ahead. The ones that are kind of laying on their sides like that, maybe. It might be them. Could be wrong though. Unlabeled. It's a bunch of sugar. Looks like bricks. I mean, I suppose they could be rum. It bothers me that they don't have the label on them though. Obviously they shouldn't just grab the barrels that just because they look like barrels of rum. That would be a great way to fuck up the whole business plan. Also, here's a bunch of sugar once again. Although this is not. I don't think this is Cornwall sugar. No, this is a different type, I think. This is Cornwall. There's also a lot of sugar here, too. Hey, Peachtree. Guess what? We were talking about you in character. Barry was. He told Angus about Miss Susie's plight. Okay, those are definitely not Forma rum. But these look like they would be. Like, this looks like it would be rum, but it's unlabeled, so it's kind of... Yeah, Susie needs a revenge. Oh, man, none of this looks like Guarma rum. We saw that one barrel of it. Is that one that's, like, tucked away back here? Here's some. How many barrels do we need of it? Okay, so here's 2 right there. It's 2 there. 3. Revenge against the Rogers and Talbot. That's who. 1, 2, 3. 3 barrels of rum here. Forgot about your own backstory. Jeez. 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 Wow. You try to help somebody and they forget about their own backstory. Oh well, at least it's an adventure. You gotta find Angus now, because we just found a bunch of Guarma rum. This might be some right there, too. I think we already looked at this. I think it's just... water barrel, yeah. Why would you... hold on. Voice in my head. Why would you fight me? I'm trying to help Susie. Alright? I am going to put Talbot and Rogers in the ground. And then she's gonna get her farm back. Okay? And then we'll have to figure out...
The other 2 bottles of rum.
I found 3.
Yeah?
Yeah, let me show you. How many do we need again?
3.
Huh, maybe this'll be... This might be perfect then.
So there's 2 in that closed off area.
Also, there's a lot of sugar over there as well. Still think that other spot's better, but,
Yeah, the other spot's quieter.
for the rum, however.
Come on now, get moving, will you? Good morning to you.
Good morning. I guess we could dress up like that. Like the suspenders and the denim pants and the boots. And this, I think that should do it.
So it'd be quite easy to get a wagon here.
Yep.
The only downside I could see is it's fairly busy.
Yep, that's why we need good outfits. Just look like we're taking it somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, we could probably actually ignore using a boat. The wagon will get here no problem and go over to the shooter stack.
Sounds like a plan, I think. Just need to be convincing. I think if we, as long as we act casual and act like we're doing our jobs, don't really make too much eye contact, I think we should be able to pull this off.
Yeah. I feel like the interesting part might be the oil fields.
Yeah, especially after we were investigating your uncle and ended up there. We had a bit of a shootout, and Spike ended up getting shot. Probably gonna have to be very careful with those people.
Yeah. I did warn that if the guards get any idea that we're not actually workers, they're probably just shoot us.
I think you're probably right. Alright, let's get out of here before this guy gets suspicious. Feel like we've seen pretty much all we need to see. I feel like we can just start laying out a plan now.
Yeah, I agree.
What sort of wagon do you think we should look for? Something large enough, or?
So I know we can get the large covered ones nearby.
Alright.
They tend to use a lot of the roads just outside the swamp, heading out towards Emerald Ranch kind of direction.
Oh, I just thought of something. What if I could snag one of their clipboards? Make it look real official.
Yeah, anything that helps sell it.
Yeah, so what I'll do is, we'll get our outfits, right? I'll go in there. Go to the office. Actually, wait a minute. I was thinking maybe they would keep the clipboard in something like that. Huh. Only I could get in there. I'm thinking that some of these stations out here by the rail yard would have the clipboards we need. We might not even have to go in there.
Yeah, you're probably right, actually.
Like this one right here.
And there's a big station across the road as well.
Oh, that might be... Look, yeah, that's a Cornwall station. That's definitely gonna have it. Bunch of guys hanging out here, though.
Yeah.
I'd have to be dressed up to go up there. You can still get an eye on, the doorways. Okay, there's that. You probably slip around back here. Looks like there's no back way. Suppose
There's
I...
that one door.
Yeah. But I think this is definitely the building we get a clipboard in. And the more official we look, like you said, the better.
Yep, I would agree.
Okay. Alright. So, when we do this, I can be the one that gets the clipboard. Probably grab the wagon together, right? Bring it in here.
Yeah.
Make sure we're already dressed up. Once we bring the wagon in, that'll make us look like we're coming to work. Once you pull the wagon up, I'll walk over here, act like I'm getting the clipboard and ready to check in for the job. And then I'll head back with the clipboard, and we'll start loading things up into the wagon.
Sounds like a plan.
And if anyone walks up and sees you with the wagon there, or you're just waiting for your coworker to get back with the list of things that you need to load into the wagon for Cornwall. Something like that. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that pretty much covers all we need.
Okay. You want to try it now, or do you want to wait?
So it might be worth us getting a look at the oil field.
Oh yeah, good idea. That's where it's gonna be the worst, I think.
So we're looking for barrels of gunpowder on the second floor. And then we also need to break into the office and steal documents.
Oh boy. And I've been there recently. That place is packed with people. But I wonder if at night they all go home.
It's possible. The courtyard was completely empty.
Alright. Well, it's morning now. We could probably still go there and look from afar and see what we're dealing with. But I think it might be more beneficial to go there in the evening and see what we're dealing with. Because I think it's going to be something we have to do at night. During the day, there's too many workers there, along with the guards. That's how Spike ended up getting shot. We were just asking simple questions, and they didn't like it.
Yeah, I don't think the kind of people Cornwall employs are the nicest.
Yeah, I was actually, I was telling Miss Susie about this, Talbot and Rogers. She was saying that they would... Well, I was actually talking about possibly going there and acting like I was one of the workers. And she said I should dress nicer, and I was just thinking, you know, they're gonna hire people that they won't look like they would associate with. In a lot of cases. Especially these wealthier people are gonna make sure that, they look like they're disconnected from any of that as they can. Of course, the people they hire at the oil fields will be dressed for the part, but they're not going to be the most scrupulous of individuals.
Yeah.
But we could start making our way up there, though.
Yeah, I think it's definitely worth getting a good look at the place.
Or maybe we should first go to the tailor and... Hello, sir. So I go over here. That guy just noticed us. Great. Maybe we could head to the tailor now and get the outfits together.
Yeah. It's, looks like it's pretty basic.
Yeah, it looks like suspenders, denim pants, boots, and just a long sleeve shirt, maybe a hat. Basically just work clothes. Oh, shut up. Alright. Yep. I think it's interesting that people just like to shout comments and compliments to you about your horse. Like,
Yeah.
look at that man's telling you how to feed your horse. Like, you don't know how to do that.
I've had people comment on my hunting ability when I don't actually have anything.
Oh yeah, they do that all the time.
Fine then, we'll just forget it this time.
Probably wouldn't hurt to try and, at some point, maybe get to know these people, the people like Rogers and Talbot and Cornwall. Maybe try to meet them in a party or something. Because they do have those sometimes. Especially at the masquerade ones. People like that like their masquerades. Who knows what they get up to in those.
I feel like there's probably a lot of interesting people we could meet at those kind of parties.
Oh yeah. The next time Thomas and Dawn throw one of those, we should make sure we show up. See, not just for them, of course, to be around them, but also to see if we can meet some people. Make some connections. Or just know who to look out for.
So I still think the waypoint we should go to at some point, because it looks like that's getting a lot more popular now.
Yeah, so Thomas threw a party on that large ship out there, and a bunch of aristocrats showed up. There was a duke there at one point. A duke, a real life
Interesting.
duke. Can you imagine? Scramble Snakes, you want to go up the steps? Yeah, of course you do. Oop. Okay, easy boy. Oh no, not that hornsman. First it was the boing boing man, now we got the hornsman. Son of a gun. Hello, miss.
Monsieur,
Morning, sirs. Oh, you're almost there already.
Yeah, this is this is my Kenny outfit. I'm just gonna make some changes.
Alright, let's see what I can do here. Alright. Let's see, chat. Let's see what we can make out of this. Don't want to take that off here. Shirt is okay-ish. But we need like a... That could work. Something simple. I mean, we could even go with something like that. That could work right there. Kind of want to do the white. That looks too fancy. There we go. Maybe something like that. With suspenders. Need those workers' suspenders though. There we go. A little bit of blue in there. I want to hide the weapons. Can I do that now? Can I do an F4 here? No. Cannot. Pink or nothing. We need like the high water pants and boots. That might actually. What's the top look like on this? That actually might work right there. Suspenders. There we go. That might work. We just need the boots. Let's see, where are the boots? Black boots to match the hat. That's like, those boots actually are not connected properly. I mean, those are the kind of shoes they're wearing down there, but I want black to match the hat. Something like those too would even work. Just they're not they're not long enough. The pants aren't. Pants, can we match up with those? None of the pants want to work for those. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Alright, the suspenders vanished. Where the suspenders go? Here we are. Let's see. Hats are ridiculous. This is gonna be a real pain, isn't it? I don't want to get too deep into these hats because they get pretty ridiculous after a while. I just want a flat cap. These hats, though. Nope. 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 That could be okay. Doesn't really match the aesthetic, though. Like what they're wearing down at the docks definitely doesn't look like that. That does, but it's too white. Yeah. There we go. That looks like a dock worker. This might be it. Definitely don't want a gun belt. Put that off. Belt wise, I feel like this works. I don't want anything too crazy either. I don't want any accessories. I might change the suspenders. They might be too colorful for a dock worker. We need gloves. Workers' gloves of some sort. There we go. Yeah, now we're getting into it. What's the back look like on? Yeah. Yep, this works. This is a dock worker for sure. Maybe we'll just change the gloves. I like this type of glove. I don't know that I want it to be the right color though. So yeah, there we go. There it is. What the hell? Oh, I don't have money. I just wasted time. It's great. Good news. I found an outfit. But bad news, I didn't have the money to purchase what I had set up. Can I borrow $1? If you have one.
There you go.
Thanks. Okay. Here we go. I forgot that we put that money in the bank. All right, let's do this again. Okay, let's try it out again. Okay. Yeah, it really shouldn't, right? Where were we with this? I don't think we were this deep. That looks actually. That might even be better right there. You're pink. This does not work. This shirt's too wrinkled. Yeah, we were right there. There it is. Okay. Nice. Getting back to it. Ow. There we go. And the boots. Right around there. Pants were... Pants. Where were they? Those could work right there. We want to look dirty. I don't want to look clean. I want to look the part, you know? You don't want to have clean working clothes. That just doesn't fit. So we need to make sure that we look like we've been in it. Digging around and shit. Dock worker garbage. Alright, let's see. No, too dark. Too dark. We'll go with something like that. And suspenders. We had like these. No mask, please. No. No mask. No accessories. The belt we adjusted. To that. We can just take that off. The hat we went with this, I think. There's got to be one that has a different color to it. Got to be a better one that's more in line with the colors we're using, like a reddish brown. Like a burnt orange. No. There it is. Okay, that's what we wanted. All right. I think this is good enough. Let's get a good look at it here. pants are clipping through weirdly. It bugs me. Why are these being weird? There it is. No? There are better pants that fit this. I feel like we need ratty pants, and they're just not working with us here. Come on, where are the ratty pants that fit these boots? Get out of here, you trouser talker. I say pants. Let's see. You're a trouser. These might work. What are these in like a blue? Wait. Why are they clipping through though? I don't like that. I don't like that they clip through like that. It's kind of bleh. Kind of gross. There we go. That's better. And then a belt. Okay, and the suspenders. Any weird... that works. I think that works. Okay. And then save current outfit. Why is it... Is it crashing? Oh god, get out of here with this. Dock worker. I like how it kept all that other crap. Oh, good. It took my suspenders off. Useful. There we go. All right. I think I'm ready.
Looks good.
Tried to pick as dingy of clothing that I could, but some of it was just tough to find.
Yeah. So head out towards the oil fields. Get there before it gets dark.
Yeah, it's about that time, isn't it? One out of 10. Cal, come on, man. Always such a critic. So harsh.
Fine evening.
Why do we have spurs? Hold on. Apparently we picked spurs at some point. How did that even happen? We didn't even go into that section. We didn't even go into that section. It's like the boots just came with them. All right. Oil field time. All right, let's go. That is a very white shirt, by the way. I wish that dingier white shirt weren't so wrinkled and would have worked better with the suspenders. Barry looks like he's riding the horse differently with his outfit for some reason. I don't know why. There's something about it, just seems different.
Good evening, friend.
Evening. Is pink your favorite color, Cal? Is that your favorite color? You're more of a... You like salmon. Like salmon color. You call it salmon. I understand. I understand. My favorite color is actually blue. Blue. Fun fact. Just drinking some water. So, I wonder what time they all leave. I wonder what their work hours are.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised though if a big thing like this, there are still people kicking around even in the middle of the night.
Could be. Could very well be the case. I hope not, though. Hope they get to
So
go
like,
home.
at the very least, there's probably still going to be guards.
Oh, there will be guards, absolutely. But, I think we might be able to get our way around the guards. It's when there's a bunch of workers there in our way that things get complicated. The problem is those guards are a lot more vigilant than the ones down at the dock. And they'll know we're not working there, so we couldn't even put on a disguise and walk in. I'm real curious to see if the worker NPCs actually go home, because I know they do in the towns, but I've never really paid attention to the oil fields enough. So, I guess we'll find out. Also, like, everyone's on server 4 right now because I think there's some kind of event with the government officials. So I think that might be why server 3 is kind of empty. We saw Mr. Kinder kind of going that way. So I'm guessing that's where a lot of people are right now.
Get moving.
Also, we need to be careful because all the guns are on Scramble Shanks right now. Like, we are defenseless. We don't have any weapons. I don't think. Oh, okay, we could probably pull out a knife. And the pistol's in our pants. We definitely don't have our bow or rifle, so it's gonna be a little iffy. Hopefully nothing happens. Or hopefully something happens. You never know. feeling pretty good about this, though. I feel like we've at least got the layout for the docks down.
Yeah. I think the dog should be pretty easy for us. Just need to get a good idea of what's going on here.
Yeah. The whole changing the gunpowder over is gonna be something. Alright. Let's see what we got here.
I think the workers don't work at this time, but by the looks of it, some of them actually live here.
Yeah, I see that. Must be their living quarters.
Yeah.
Maybe we should get up around the back here and see if we can see on the other side. Because I think it might behoove us to come in that way anyway.
Yeah. I feel like we can probably avoid this area completely.
Yeah, we don't want to walk through the living quarters. Might wake people up.
Still people over the side of the building.
Oh yeah, I see that. I think those are the guards. Let's go into this tree line here. My bright white ash shirt.
There's definitely still guards at the back.
Yeah. Shirt was too white. Definitely seems like it's less man than it normally is, so nighttime seems to be the best time to go here. But there is a guard right there. Okay. Alright. Alright. Guards at the gates. Guards at the stairs. Oh boy. And who knows what the interior is like. I'm gonna go up and around the other side. See if I can see the other gate. Guessing that's gonna have guards in front of it. There's no way they would let any of those entrances have any openings. This is also by our camp. if I can get down here. If this is a cliff, I can hop down here. Yep. Easy boy. There you go. Whoop. Alright. Get on this side here. Well, let's see. Who's at the gate? Actually, seems like there might not be anybody there. That gate might be the weak point at the evening security guarding. Let's see. This might be the weak spot. This might be it. Though, it's like there might be one man there. Yeah. One man. I wonder if I could take them out with my arrows. Not really. Oh, there's a second man there too. I might be able to take a lot of these guards that are outside. Take them down with my arrows. Not make a lot of noise. Yeah, I think that might be a good idea. I'll suggest to Angus. I don't want to kill people, but... Wait, there's a third guy there. I didn't even see him. Oh boy. I don't think we have much of a choice if we're getting in there. This is a lot of fun, actually. Oh, these dumb wild horses. Yeah, this has been a lot of fun. I don't know where Angus is, though. I'm kind of worried. I need to tell him what we found. I need to tell him what Barry thinks. Fox. I think he might be down where we were previously, maybe. Let me try something. Maybe that'll get his attention if he's looking at me. There he is. Okay. Okay, so the security is
locked up
definitely...
pretty tight.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just saying, it's locked up pretty tight.
It is. The security's a little lighter, but it's... We're gonna have to kill these people. Like, there's no way we're getting in there without killing someone. So,
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
thinking we need to use bows.
Yeah, I'd agree.
I don't want to have to kill them, but there is no way we're getting anything remotely close to that place with all that security on the outside. I checked the,
every entrance has at least 2 guards on it, usually more.
yeah, the one,
There's more stationed inside.
yeah, let's get away from that. That guy probably is gonna wonder what we're doing. Let's, ride this way.
Should maybe head over to camp.
Yeah,
We can
yeah,
discuss it there.
let's do that. trying to get back here. Can't hitch it in the grass here. Must be maybe this spot. No? Interesting. Maybe this tree. Yes.
See, I agree. We definitely need to try and pick an entry point and clear it.
Yeah. So, I think we're gonna have to pick the one that's closest to the road. You know, because of the wagon. But it's gonna have to be that back entrance. It's on this side over here.
This side here, yeah. So there was 2 guards stood side by side on that entrance.
Actually, there was a third. I didn't even see him. He was like tucked in the shadows. There's a third one sitting next to the other. Now, it might
There's
not be the
also,
same every night, but
Yeah. There's also at least 1 guard stationed up on one of the stairways. Gives them a bit of a height advantage.
I'm gonna be honest. I think we're gonna have to take all of them out in that backyard.
Yeah, it's pretty likely. And then who knows how many of them are actually going to be inside.
Yep. It might be that we may have to just wait in the hills and shoot them with arrows from up in the hills and see what happens, what commotion is created from it. Let that
Yeah.
settle down and get in there with the wagon as fast as we can. Get everything situated. We may have to take the barrels, the oil barrels, and change them elsewhere. We're probably not going to be able to do it on the site unless we're going to kill more people. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, pretty much the same, honestly. I think it's a good chance we're going to have to kill most, if not all, of the guards that are around. And even then, there's no guarantee we won't end up with more things to deal with.
Right?
My biggest concern would be if the deputies ended up this way.
Yeah. The longer we take, the greater the chance that that happens. So I think we're gonna have to position that wagon pretty much right in line to where we need to go.
Yeah.
Are we gonna have to back that thing in there? I feel like we're gonna have to back it into that, because I think that's the
That might
loading
be
entrance.
The better way, yeah.
Do you think we should just take the 3 oil barrels and or the gunpowder barrels and change them out elsewhere? I think we're gonna have to grab them. I think we're gonna have to grab them, or how are we gonna do that with all those guards?
Yeah, my biggest concern about the whole swapping the barrels over is if the gunpowder barrels are on the 2nd floor, we can probably like drop them down maybe find some stuff to lay down for them to land on. But how do we get the rum barrels up? So not
Right,
exactly
I don't know how we're gonna do that. It's not gonna be a quick thing, and the guards are gonna see that.
Unless there's pulleys or something inside.
I think maybe we have to look in there and see what we got. I don't know how do we do that without raising too much suspicion.
Let's see what we can see just now. Trying to see what I could see through the windows, but it's quite difficult to get a good look.
And the gunpowder is only on the 2nd floor in that building. It's not
It
placed anywhere
specifically
else.
says the 2nd floor, but honestly, I'm not sure. My thought is maybe I mean, why would they have gunpowder in a oil field?
Yeah, that seems like a
So,
bad combination if you ask me.
yeah, I get the feeling they're maybe smuggling it out with barrels of oil or something. So they might have a certain spot that they keep the gunpowder separate.
That must be it.
But yeah, I think that's the best idea I could come up with as to why there's gunpowder here.
Huh. Boy, if I were to light a match in there, that whole place would just go up into a big flaming pile of nothing. Just
Yeah.
be ash and a big hole in the ground. Looks like a shift is changing. I guess everybody's getting ready for work.
So one thing I'm wondering, see the kerosene tank? And there's a couple pipes that lead over towards the building,
Which side?
directly in front of us.
Oh, that massive... That's a kerosene tank?
It says kerosene storage on the side.
What are you thinking?
If we're able to get one there, at least maybe one or two people, maybe go along the pipes, could maybe get in through one of the windows.
Yeah, I could see that working. They are, there's a unknown individual that's hired the group to, do these, really precarious, missions to
Cool,
undermine
look at
Cornwall,
the
who's
other
another
windows.
one of those carpetbaggers, as Susie calls them. Where did he go? Where did Angus go? I think he went down. Did he go up here? Whip. Yep. Yep. I call this a barrel roll move. Yep. This place, we're getting gunpowder. We're replacing the gunpowder barrels with rum and stealing the gunpowder. Where is he? He go up here? Whoop. Oh, it is a waste. I'll be right back, chat. Okay. Louis Vani, thanks for that follow. Welcome in. All right. I don't know where Angus went. Aw, Cal. Everybody in chat's so cute. We got the cutest chat around. It's the truth. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise, okay? Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Okay, I don't know where Angus went, guys. Also, this is like our planning tent right here. We've got our own planning tent. This guy's like looking right up here right now. Not even paying attention. Did Angus leave? Didn't see. I think he may have tried to go down there, but... Oh yeah, he doesn't have... His horse isn't here. I wonder where he went. Oh, he hitched over here, okay. Did he try to go down there? Oh, there he is. Uh-oh. What's he running from? What'd you see?
So, the guards have definitely changed their posts. Whether that is just something they do every now and then, or if they've got different areas that they watch over compared to nighttime and daytime.
Okay.
The back's definitely going to have to be the way we're going to have to go in with the wagon. But we can definitely drive it just straight in and take out one of the other exits. Because no matter what way we go into that courtyard, we're going to have to kill every guard there.
Yeah. Yep. I kind of had a feeling. I was afraid of that.
Yeah. We can definitely get on the kerosene tank and travel over the pipes, but in order to get into the building from there, you would need to actually smash through the window.
Which will make a lot of noise and attract the guards.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no matter what entrance we go to, every entrance has got at least 2 guards posted on it. But there's no way the guards in the courtyard or even on the other side aren't going to realize that the other side's getting attacked.
Right. That commotion. The only thing that might be to our benefit is if the arrow, killing them with arrows is quiet enough that we can just take them all out silently before anything happens. But I have a feeling someone will make a noise and we're gonna have a mess on our hands.
So it could be a little bit risky considering what this place actually is. What about grabbing some fire arrows from that guy in Big Valley?
Now you're talking my language.
I feel like even if it makes a bit of a mess in the courtyard, as long as we're able to get in and out before anything substantial. Yeah.
Although there is a risk that gunpowder might catch on fire and then...
So maybe the other option with fire arrows is trying to create a distraction somewhere.
I could,
choose a spot a little bit further away from where we need to be.
Oh, there's that big spill out in the front. I could set that on fire or see if I can try to.
I feel like it might be worth considering. Even if we were able to draw most of the guards over to one spot, it either gives a couple people a chance to sneak in and out, or all the guards are together is going to be a bit easier to deal with them all.
Although, if I make a big fire, there's gonna be a lot of smoke, and that's gonna draw a lot of attention. Probably gonna catch the eyes of the law over in Valentine.
So I'm gonna have a look at the courtyard again. Maybe even don't know what a fire would maybe how quickly it would travel through the worker camp.
Well, this place is that place is covered in crude oil, and it's gonna go up pretty fast, I think.
Yeah.
I wonder, what if, you know, a couple of us get them with arrows on this side, draw all the security guards out this way, and that way they're coming up from the back. No one on the road, well traveled out that way will really notice much. They're all coming out the back of the building. But then again, that's where we need to be, so,
Yeah,
I
I
feel
get
like-
the feeling no matter what way we try and approach it, we're gonna have to deal with the guards.
yeah, we need to draw them out. It's just the front area is very open to passerbys,
Yeah.
which is my concern. The back, of course, is where we need to be with the wagon. Gonna be interesting.
So I feel like it's not exactly going to be easy, but we can definitely deal with all the guards outside. I just wonder how many are inside as well.
Well, when we were there the other day, asking about your uncle, there was probably about 3 or 4 inside with the workers. But then there are several that seem to be stationed out on the front porch by the railway.
Yeah. You're talking probably at least 10 to 12 guards out the back. Because there's at least 2 on every entranceway. There's a couple that patrol, there's some stationed up on stairways.
Yeah.
And for an oil field, it's basically got its own army.
So, the good news is we can do the dock job and keep that stuff with us. You probably could even keep it at the camp for the
Yeah,
time
that's
being,
true.
and it would be safe. Oh, sorry, Scramble Shanks. My God. We could probably keep it here for the time being, have it ready, and that way that part of it's done. We don't do it all in one day, and we can get more hands on deck, as they say, for this job down below.
Yeah, that could be a good way of doing it. I feel like the dock is probably better with less people.
I agree.
But I feel like for here, we definitely need as many as we can get.
Yeah, we need somebody running distractions and then someone taking care of the wagons and barrels. At least 2 people doing that, and at least 2 people creating distractions, I think. Maybe 1 person doing distractions might be even better. Not sure.
It's maybe a bit more difficult than we first thought it would be, but I feel like it makes it more exciting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What do you say we go down and take care of these, the barrels and the sugar, bring it up this way?
Yeah, if we head out towards Emerald Ranch kind of direction, we can usually find some wagons there.
Okay. We'll have to be careful, though. There's a bunch of people hanging around there today.
Yeah, it's not specifically Emerald Ranch, but the roads come from just outside the swamps and head that direction.
Oh. That sounds perfect. Alright, let's do it. Yeah, that's that $400. 100%. Alright, lead the way. I'll follow you.
There's actually some workers on the kerosene tank just now.
Really? Can you imagine what would happen if I,
What was that?
Can you imagine what would happen if I shot a fire arrow into the kerosene?
Yeah. Makes a mess.
But it might be glorious. I won't do that though. Maybe another day.
I mean, the way this guy is going, this is a big step up from the first job. I wouldn't be surprised if somewhere down the line he wants us to burn someplace down.
Oh. Please let me lead that one. Barry likes to burn things, chat. In case you didn't know. Barry loves to burn things. All berries do. It's a familial trait passed down through the generations. He's a 100% pyromaniac. Is that? They look like white buffalo or white bison at first. Is that what that is? No, they're just raggedy looking, I guess. So anyways, I started burning. Barry has enjoyed the pleasures of burning things for a while. And here's a hint, it happened soon after he met Jacob. So take that for what it might or might not mean. But he may have taken up a habit through Jacob. Surprised we haven't actually seen any wagons yet. Usually there are a bunch of them here. So much so that they kind of get annoying because they want you to move. If you listen to that intro, when he hears that stuff, it sounds like people are burning. But hey, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm crazy. Hopefully that part actually played. I don't know, my audio was being weird, so hopefully you can hear the screaming, burning people. Pretty sure you can. Pretty sure you can. How is it, chat? How is it that we've been riding on this road and only until now we saw a wagon, and that might be the one. We're gonna need to borrow that. Uh-oh. Yep. Oh, shit. Slow down, fellas. Easy. Easy there, horses. Ho, 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 ho. Easy. Shh, you're alright, boys. That's alright, yeah. There you go.
Yeah, the horses tend to calm after a bit. Got plenty of practice doing this the other day.
Should we send these two away?
Yeah.
Alright, you two go play. Come on, sir. Oh, you got him? I'll take him to the bush. Jason would just call it cleansing them with holy fire. That he would. Let's put him way in here somewhere. Let the coyotes eat him. Uh-oh. Person see us? All right. Up.
So we'll take the long way round to go by roads. That way we can come in towards the docks.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I'll be happy after this if I never have to see another wagon like this again.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, the wagon doesn't want to turn.
Oh, you handed me the reins.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. Don't know how that happened. Must have just slipped out my hands.
Sometimes when I'm like trying to, really yell, I get out of hand and I just hand the person the reins. This is fun.
So yeah, it took me a few hours or so to get the free wagons I needed for the first job. But that was mostly because it was just me, and I didn't want to keep going back and forward from like the middle of New Alexandria out to Fort Mercer. So I tried to find what I could out in New Austin.
We're gonna have to empty this out before we go in there.
Yeah. Find a nice quiet spot.
You got some kind of brain?
What was that guy's problem?
You know, most of the people in this state seem to be angry all the time.
Grumpy. Must be all the humidity. It's gross down here.
Yeah, I can understand that. I'm thinking we could maybe just dump this stuff that we've got in the swamp somewhere.
Yep, that sounds good to me.
Don't think many people have come this way apart from moonshiners.
Nope. Alright. Whoop. Wonder if we can get back in here. Here we go. Clear this out. I wish we could actually take this stuff out, but it's fine. Here we go. I want to open this, but I'm worried it'll like crash the client. That happens sometimes.
That chest there looks quite heavy.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull this here to the edge here. There we go. We're gonna need to do this together. There's gonna be some teamwork. Here we go. Just drop it there. Okay, ready? 1,
Yep.
2, 3. Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Just kind of tip it over.
Yeah, just roll it off. Whoop. Probably some junk in there.
Yeah. Doesn't matter if it opens without anyone's gonna come looking for it.
Nah. That's easy. Just roll 'em all.
Yep.
They do all the
It's
work
just
for you.
That one little box at the back, and that's it.
Yeah. That's as good as it's gonna
I
get.
think we're good. Sure, the gators will get rid of most of the evidence.
Yep. I hear they eat anything.
I'm not going to try and turn the wagon around here.
All right. Time to take some rum and sugar. Just realized I had my gun out. Just
I'm
had
going
it.
to keep my revolver just in case.
Yeah, I got it tucked in my pants. Not ideal, but I used to do that before I bought myself a gun belt, before I could afford it. You know who gave me that first gun?
Is that?
Under Sheriff Burton.
I don't think I've actually met him yet. At least not that I can remember.
Yeah, he's alright.
So there's one thing I'm wondering. I can understand why this guy would want to get his hands on some gunpowder. But what does he need with 5 sacks of sugar?
What else can sugar be used for?
Unless he's just planning on selling it, but
Maybe, maybe he wants to make a lot of dessert.
no, we're not gonna go this way. Yeah, I don't know. It's just something I was thinking about. There's a big difference between gunpowder and sugar.
You're not wrong.
I think if there was anything I would have kept, it would be the barrels of rum.
Yeah, it seems like an awful waste. A lot of good rum just going to waste.
So yeah, Caliga Hall, the barn where they work on coaches and things. That's where the guy seems to make his drop-offs. You go in and there's a ladder on the right hand side, takes you up to the second floor. And over in one of the corners there's some hay bales and things that are sand. He tucks the drop-offs into there.
I see. I guess if you really wanted to find out, you could always just wait.
Yeah, I'm not sure what times he makes these drop-offs though.
Also, I feel like someone like that, if you find out before they're ready, it might not go over well.
Yeah, if he's as connected as he claims he is, then I don't really want to jeopardize that.
Man, I hope there isn't a train.
Yeah.
That would be something.
This will take us right to the rum. We can maybe grab that first. Or actually, no, it would be better grabbing the sugar first. That way we can put it at the back of the wagon. Less moving around.
Yep. Also, don't forget I need to go grab the clipboard.
Yeah. Can put the wagon round the side here.
Yeah.
So I'll put the wagon here just now. Once we've got what we need, we can just back it in.
You got my attention
The
now.
guard here that wasn't here before.
Sounds good. Whoop. Hello, sir. Just going to get clocked in, get to work. Really wish the HUD didn't come back up every time I went out of cinematic mode. Alright, Barry. Just act casual. You work here. You're a dock worker. Your name's Graham, the dock worker. Yes, that's it. Hi, I'm just here to grab one of the clipboards. Ready to get started and check inventory. Yeah, I got a couple deliveries. You know how it is. Yeah, late night. Not looking forward to it. I wonder if I can walk with this. Can I? Oh shit. Dang it. Alright, well. We can walk like this with it. Alright, Basil. According to the clipboard here, we gotta load up some of this sugar. Boss wants us to load up about... like 5 sacks of it for that
5
delivery.
sacks?
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
God, I want to take out the knife. Yeah, it looks like you'd back it in this way. I'll just check this off the list. Okay. That's it. It's coming together. We're doing it. Alright. Yep, I'm just Graham the dock worker. No one needs to notice anything else about me. Just a regular guy doing work. With a very clean white shirt. It's totally just been starched. That's it, yeah. So clean. But I'll get it dirty because I definitely work here. Oh boy. weird. Normally we're grabbing that grits to deliver, but looks like the boss doesn't want us to take grits today.
No grits this time?
No grits. I think we maybe took too much last time. Maybe I'll put the inventory off balance, but whatever. We were just doing our job.
Less work for us, I guess.
Yep. But, we're supposed to grab, 3 barrels of guarma. So that's gonna be fun to load up into the wagon.
3 barrels? Boss having a party or something?
That's what I'm thinking, but I didn't ask any questions. And that's it. Nothing else. It's a lighter night for us, I guess.
Right, that's the last of that loaded up.
All right. Looks like the rum is over on the other side near the docks.
Never make it easy. You never put this stuff together.
No, it's gonna be a hell of a thing to get it over there. Let me hop up there with you. Oh. Up. Yeah. Alright, let's see. Yeah, he said up on the right here. I don't know how we're gonna get over there without crossing the tracks, but
Yeah.
we're gonna have to go around this whole... When are they gonna move the trains out of the way? This is the 3rd time in a month that we've had to go all the way around to get to where we need to go. This is ridiculous. And those train cars are old. Did they just leave them there permanently? Is this just a permanent fixture that we're gonna have to deal with for the rest of our lives?
Probably save some money.
Anything to save them a few dollars. That's what it is, I guess.
So whereabouts is the room?
He said... Looks like, up here on the left. In this, little awning.
There's definitely barrels here anyway.
Yep. This other stuff, I don't know what it is. He said look for the stuff specifically labeled guarma. He said don't mix it up. Otherwise, that's on us. Comes out of our paycheck. Which I can't afford. Got 50 kids at home.
50?
50.
Oh, 60.
Nah, 50. The wife wants 60, but I mean, we can barely feed the 50 we have.
I guess it's probably about as close we'll get to.
Yeah. Of course, they have to keep that crate in the way. I'm guessing this is Owen's wagon.
It could be.
Son of a bitch.
So, there's one here. It says rum on it. I'm guessing this is what we need.
Yep, let's try to roll this around. Spin it while it's standing up and just try to roll it between here if you can. Alright, ready? Try to... The liquid will kind of do the work for us, I think. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Yep, let's just... Loop it around here, around this post. Oh, it's a little tight, but I think we can pop it through. There we go.
Yeah, just make sure it doesn't fall over.
Yeah.
So here's the difficult part.
Alright, yeah.
We've got
Lifting
a
this
little
up.
step here at least. Get
Yep.
on the step and then on the back.
Alright. Lift with your back. We'll pop it onto that step there. On the count of 3. You ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Whoop. Alright. Oh, it's on the step. Okay. We're gonna have to do it again. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Whoop. Oh god. Okay. There it is. Okay.
What other stuff we need?
2 more. Here, I'll roll this one further back in here. Tuck it in with
I'll
the,
roll the other
the
two down
sugar.
here.
There we go. Alright, that's gonna be a easier one. Just roll it up, lift it up. That. 1, 2. And you ready?
Yep.
3. Okay, up on the step. Oh, shit. Okay, okay. And, one more time. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Alright, I'll do the same with this one. Tuck it in with the sugar. There we go. Whew. Oh boy, look at that. How convenient.
Last one, and then, yeah.
Alright, yeah, just roll it. Boy, the boss just really picks out the best ones. Couldn't have the other fellas move the stuff out of the way. Alright, here we go.
Don't even get paid extra for it.
Nope. Not at all. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Up on the step again. Okay. Last one. Phew. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's in there. Alright.
At least that's all we need to do.
Alright, let me just tuck some of this sugar around it. Just the boss doesn't want it falling out. The sugar seems to do a good job of playing the role as an anchor here. There we go. Nice and snug. Whoop. Alright, I just need to turn this clipboard back in and we should be good. Boss will be happy with the work.
I hope so. It's not like he pays us much.
Nope. Good morning. Excuse us, sir. We need to cut across here. We got work to do. Oh, relax.
Trains
Asshole.
are bad enough, but they need to leave bits of wood lying around.
I know. I know. Alright. Alright, all finished. We're heading out for the delivery now. There was no one in that office. I'm just talking to myself. We better get out. We got here at the right... Uh-oh. You want me to... I can do this.
Yeah, they just kind of slipped out of my hands again.
Which way,
It's all
should I
the
go?
sweat from lifting. Let me have a look at my map.
Excuse you.
So I think if we take this bridge here, we'll go
Uh-oh,
left,
oh, this guy. Oh, shit.
left out by roads.
Okay, so this bridge here, we're good?
Yep. Then take the road round to the left.
Alright.
And we're just going to follow this road the whole way. We'll bypass roads.
That was pretty easy.
Yeah.
I think we
Like
planned
I
it out
said,
pretty
this was
well.
probably going to be the easy part. The oil fields is going to be something completely different.
Right. Alright, which way? Straight?
Continue, yeah. And just continue past the next couple turnoffs as well.
Alright. I guess we could just keep it all at the camp.
Yeah. It's pretty well hidden there. Already got one carriage hiding, so
Yep.
that's another one.
This has been cool. You know, doing this like...
It's going to make it a lot easier for taking it down to the oil field as well.
Yeah. We got somebody up ahead here. Staying straight though, right? I'm not turning up that
yeah,
way.
keep going.
I'm glad it's raining because I was sweating pretty profusely, and
Yeah.
you know,
Those
that
barrels
anxiety of just
are-
doing that was making it
Yeah.
even worse.
But at least we didn't get questioned. Didn't get stopped by anyone.
Nope. Thankfully, there wasn't anyone in that office. I was just talking to thin air. And luckily, that guard wasn't paying attention.
Hopefully the bags of sugar are pretty rain protected.
I'm guessing they should be. A lot of them were out in the open on that dock.
Yeah.
But either way, I think maybe when we get to the camp, we should put them in one of the tents.
Take a left here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea. Either that or we can just open up the cover on the wagon.
Oh, maybe that would be a better idea. We could do that now, actually. Let's just, You know how to do that?
Think so?
I don't. Is it tied? Is it like a rope or something holding that along there? Somebody just rode past two people on a horse. I saw that.
Except pulling it over the vets now.
Okay. And then what? Grab one of the sides and just tie it off, or? I wish you could actually do it. That would be cool.
Yeah, so the rope's actually... We can tie the rope around the last of vets here.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Well, now we won't take any chances, just in case they're not as, rain-proof as we think. Whoop! Interestingly enough, the clipboard ad was for deliveries, so they do, take this stuff around various locations. Probably why the guard didn't really notice.
Yeah. It's good to know if we ever need to go back there for any reason.
Because that horse is abandoned right there, at a saddle on.
Yeah. Seen a few horses lately in strange places. Usually just turns out to be someone hunting though.
All
So one
right.
thing I'm glad about is that the drop-off point isn't Fort Mercer again.
Where was this one again? I can't remember.
Thieves Landing.
Oh. Interesting. Thieves Landing.
It doesn't say where exactly in Thieves Landing, so I assume we just put it pretty much anywhere.
And that place is a dock too, which makes me wonder if they're sending out the sugar to perhaps Guarma.
It's possible, yeah.
Along with the gunpowder.
That would maybe make sense why they're not sending Guarma rum to Guarma.
Yeah, that would be weird. But also at the same time, no one will bat an eyelash at a barrel of Guarma going across the water.
Yeah.
Might even think that it needs to be refilled or something. Who knows? Best not to question it too much, huh?
Yeah. As long as we get the money at the end of the day, they can do whatever they want with the product.
Yep. Isn't there like a war going on in Guarma?
Honestly, I'm not sure. When I was looking around the island the other day, there's a lot of places that look pretty recently destroyed. Obviously, all the guards just roaming around with rifles and things out.
Could be that we're funding not funding, but aiding in the revolution, if that's what's happening over there.
Could be possible, yeah.
And it would also follow the same pattern of this individual that takes
Anti-government,
yeah, anti-government.
Yeah, it could actually be it. Like you said, that tunnel is it's got a prison in it.
Yeah.
Prison was empty.
Yes, it was. Also, have you heard a rumor about communist group of people or like some kind of they said it, they don't, something about equal distribution of wealth or something? It's a weird
I
thing.
heard something in passing.
Kind of wonder if that might be related.
Just tuck it in here.
Yeah. Whoop. All right. Whoop. Here we go.
I mean, a job well done, I'd say.
Yeah. Yeah. I like this. It's like a hard day's work, only it's not really work, it's more stealing it. It doesn't matter.
About halfway to our $400, but I feel like that's maybe about 20% of the job.
Yeah. Yeah, I think 80% of it gonna be down there, and it's gonna involve taking some lives, I think. Hopefully it doesn't involve any of us getting killed.
I can see at least 5 guards just on this side here.
Yeah, the daytime is pretty thick with them. Pretty thick with guards out there. I could shoot that man right there with the bow right now. If I wanted to. Right in the head.
I'm a little bit curious what their response is.
Me too. I have a feeling that it's gonna be chaos. Because if I don't kill him right away with the arrow and he's squirming, someone's gonna notice that. And there's a good chance that I'm not gonna be able to kill him immediately. Gonna do my best, but it is
It'd be interesting
quite
as
a
well to
distance.
see if any of the guards, if they hear a commotion, if they'll leave the building, or if they'll maybe just hunker down inside.
Yeah. They might leave, which is what we want. that would be ideal.
So yeah, the entrance just in front of us there. I think that's probably where we'll come out of. And maybe enter the entrance over the other side.
Yeah. I'm thinking, definitely don't want to be on the train side, though, in case one comes
No.
through. That could get real ugly fast. What up, Sleepy
I
Wolf?
feel like
How's it
that's
going?
the more noticeable side as well.
Welcome in.
If anyone happens to be passing between the cliffs.
Yeah. That's the thing, I really don't want any of our business out in the front there. That place is so well trafficked. People use that to go to Rhodes. They use it to go to Emerald Ranch. There's always someone hunting around there too.
Yeah.
Incredibly risky. But I'm gonna go get some rest. It was a good day's work. I'm feeling good about this. Not so much about down there, but I think we'll pull it off.
Yeah.
It's just gonna involve killing a lot of people.
I think if we can fill the rest of the group in, maybe they can think of an idea that we haven't come up with.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. Because right now, I'm gonna see a lot of blood on my hands, I think.
Yeah. But that's the way business is these days.
That it is. That it is.
Especially when it comes to coming up against men like Cornwall.
Yeah. And if anything, it's the least they deserve.
I mean, you said they already shot at you before.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I wouldn't feel too much remorse.
Damn right. Alright, Angus. I'm gonna go rest.
Honestly, I might end up doing the same. All that heavy lifting's pretty tiring.
Yes, it is. And the stress and anxiety.
Yep.
Take it easy, bud. Maybe I'll do some reading before then.